welcome back, friends. So as you see, we're back in the wood shop today. The weather has turned. I was hoping to do a prescribed burn today. I've even dressed for the part, but we have rain and wind, so let's get back on the Common Man's Toolkit. So if you're joining us for the first time, you're in luck. You're still eligible. We're putting together, or I'm putting together and building, this is the part of the box, a Common Man's Toolkit, a basic woodworking kit for the lowest budget, the most economically challenged person in the world should be able to put this together in a paycheck or two or savings. So we're going to be around $150, $160 for a really decent little kit. So today we're going to do a glue up. We're going to glue up the dovetails, and the fun part is we're going to build an organization system. So I want to have everything to have its place. And we're going to work on the chisels. We're going to have like a butcher block style of organization system for the chisels and the layout tools, and it's going to be amazing. Speaking of amazing, so as you guys know, my birthday was last week. My birthday's on April Fool's Day. Mrs. W got me something really special. Those of you guys who follow our Instagram and Facebook have seen this. I want to share it with you here. Look, behold. Nice birthday gift, huh? This is a Lee Nielsen rabbiting plane. You can see how the iron runs out to the edges right there. I requested this from Mrs. W because of Samurai Carpenter. He loves this plane so much that on his tool belt, on his tool vest, he even made a special pocket for it. And I watched his video and I thought, yep, that's it. That's the tool that I was missing for cleaning up tenons and a million different little things. So we'll talk more about that in another video, but it looks pretty good there, doesn't it? All right, let's get started with our glue up, and then we'll do our butcher block for the chisels. Kind of nice to be back in the wood shop. Sure is nice to have an option, not have to work outside. So we've got these, of course, all of this work being done on the Common Man's Toolbox is all going to be done using the tools. I'm not using any of my tools. I'm using the tools that you guys will have a chance to win here. So I've got these labeled on the dovetails. Remember, they're all custom cut, so there's no two alike. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right there. And we'll want to go back the same way. Good fit though. Should be nice and tight, as good as I can do anyway. All right, so let's start our glue up process here. Get to use our paper roller for the first time. I can't tell you how many times I have fought this thing, rolling around on the ground and all of that. Nice. I bought this little table for Mrs. W. It's got a crank on it. It raises really high, like bar stool height. And it was supposed to be for her, and I like it so well I kind of took it over and used it for my glue up table and run off table for my table saw. This is my first time gluing up dovetails, so I have watched. No, that's not true. I glued them up on my toolbox. That's right. But I've forgotten. I forgot how to do it, or what the proper way to do it was. So I watched a Paul Sellers video, and he said, put some glue on it like this here, and then have a little stick, not too much. Have a little stick, and well, I don't know if I have enough on there. Right there, and smear that all across there. Make sure we cut, what were these called, pins and tails? So don't get too much, it'll make a mess here. I have a tendency to make a mess with glue. We used to have this joke, a friend of mine would say, more is better for everything except for salt. Is there anything else that more is not better? I guess more is not better for like broken legs. I guess there's probably a lot of things that more is not better for. Taxes? More is not better for taxes. Okay, let's start with A. Where we got A to B. A to B. We'll clamp all this here once we get it. And then we've got C to D. Well, it goes together nice when you have the glue. It kind of lubricates everything. And then we've got H. Not worried if we have some excess glue on there. That will all, this will all be planed down. Oh, that looks nice. We'll put our last two clamps on here. Just when I was singing Erwin's praises, this clamp's been slipping on me a little bit. There, looks like it's going to bite now. Those squeeze clamps are not holding as tight as I would like. I'm going to put these screw clamps on instead. Oh, that's a lot better. Yeah, not getting what I want with that. Boy, you can never have enough clamps in you. Isn't that the truth? You take a damp cloth and we'll just clean the glue from the insides there. And finally the outsides, get the bulk of it off there. Save us a little trouble. All right, now for the fun part. Now we want to make we're going to make kind of a butcher block deal. So we want to lay out what tools we want on here and kind of where they're going to go, how they're going to work. And I got this piece here that's the same height, same stock that came from the box. And so we've got 3 chisels. All right, so we've got our 1 inch. We've got a 3/4 inch. We want to space these all out accordingly. And we've got our 1/2 inch. Right there. This will go down in there just about like that. So we want to space these equally and everyone to have its own spot. Then what are we going to have? We're going to have our layout knife. We want that to be in here. And then of course, your very own official Wranglerstar pencil, which will go in there like that. So that's what we want. We want everything to have its home and to fit in there nicely. I don't think we need anything else in there. That should do it. So let's lay everything out. So we've got a storage block laid out, and this is how it's going to go here. So we'll have our 1 inch chisel here. We'll have our 3/4. We'll have our 1/2. Plenty of room to get in. These are not too tight. Then we'll have our cut out for a layout knife here, and then our marking pencil like that. That will be the configuration. So now we're ready to go about. We'll make our knife walls right on our marks here. Going to take our 1/2 inch chisel. We want those clean edges. So that's 1 down, 5 to go. You can see how that's going to be now. Whoop, got my pencil there. That'll look really nice. So we'll have it'll do just kind of that butcher block look. Your pencil will go right in there. Fit perfect. All right, let me get the other ones done, and then we'll see what we see. All right, so we got the block done. Well, that was a lot of work. Turned out pretty good. Let's lay our tools in there and see how everything fits. All right, friends, I think our glue is dry. We're ready to put that $20 plane to the test and see how, come on here, see how that's going to work out for us. $20 plane. Okay, so we got our Stanley SB4 bench plane. You can see here that the dovetails, we're a little bit uneven. We got a little bit of glue right there, so we'll want to plane all these down till they're flush. And it's a little bit deep there. Let's back that out. Oh, look at that. That's working really good, isn't it? I knew we were, that it was good. We're asking a lot of this plane, especially on these end grains here, so I got it really sharp. It works really good. Look how clean that is there. We got no tear out or anything. So there's what it looks like after the first pass. Now let's not delude ourselves that this is, on the same par with a Stanley Bedrock or a high quality Lee Nielsen type of plane, but it is serviceable, and as you see right there, we're good. We have a nice clean edge there. We can probably clean that up one more time. So here's the other side. We've got quite a bit of, well, not quite a bit, a little bit of material to move there. Let's see. Pretty good. Really good. That's surprising. Okay, here's going to be the real test. I flipped it over. We've got all that end grain right there. End grain's really challenging for a plane. And because we got that end grain, let's back it out a little bit. Working pretty good, really smooth. I can feel it has a tendency to want to chatter because of the thinness of the blade, but it's entirely, if it's set right and it's sharp, works good. So see, we're a little bit low right in there, but look how nice that's coming out. Isn't that beautiful? That's it. That looks really good, doesn't it? Let's do the other side. Let's take a close look at our work, guys. I can't see or feel a tool mark in it. Perfectly smooth. What's wrong with that? Anyone that tells you that you can't do woodworking with that cheap little plane right there, well, they don't know what they're talking about. I wouldn't have thought it turned out this good. I really wouldn't have. That's nice. All right, let's finish up the rest of it, and then we'll get our chisel organizer mounted up. So we're almost done here. We're just finishing up the tops, just planing these corners down to match. Now, if you're not sure if you're entered to win the toolbox and all the tools, I originally said I wanted you to comment on all the videos, and I've got a lot of guys were concerned, like, I don't know if I missed one or not. Don't worry about it. Just long as you're a subscriber, comment on this video here, and you'll be in the mix. If you missed commenting on one of the other ones, don't worry about it. So I think we're ready to put our block in. So I'll put that right here. Let's see, make sure everything fits before we do the final glue up. Here's our 1 inch, 1/4, and 1/2. And then I laid this out here for our marking knife there. You can leave it in the upright position. A rest on wood, it won't hurt anything. And then your pencil. Now you've got all your layout stuff right there. It'll look really nice and clean. We'll glue this on here and then plane it down. That'll look nice. Those hold in there nice and secure. You won't have to worry about sheaths for your chisels or anything. They'll be protected there down in that wood. Last a long time. Boy, that's neat. I really like that. Okay, let's do a glue up here. So I'm not going to use any fasteners for this. It's just not necessary in my opinion. This tight bond glue, it holds so good that I've had, well, there's some things that I, like when my mailbox got hit that I had glued on there, that the actual wood fibers tore out. It was stronger than the glue. So that won't be any problem at all. Got lots of surface there. We'll clamp that down. That'll be nice there. Okay, did we have that? We had it oriented this way, just like that. Okay. Beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, you want to see something beautiful? Look at these. These were given to me by one of my subscribers. He made these, a whole set of them. Can you imagine that? Look at their, these are really special to me. That's some serious skill right there. Look at the rotating the stop there. That's right there. That looks like walnut. That's carved out of wood. Look at the square dowel. What do you call that with a little diamond head on there? Square, not round. How hard do you think that would be? So I can think of no better, these have never been used that I know of, I can think of no better project to use them for the first time than on the Common Man's Toolkit. Wouldn't you guys agree? That is neat. That is really neat. That's something special for sure. Make sure we're all square. I'll tighten these up. It gives me the fizz, these clamps, they give me the fizz. Made by a craftsman to be used on a toolbox that's someday to another person that's going to become a craftsman. It's neat, isn't it? You just can't buy that type of thing. Just isn't enough money in the world. Oh, that looks great. That looks great. All right, friends, that's it for today. We got the clamps. We'll let that dry here overnight, and then we'll the next part we'll build. We'll do all the dividers for the Chinese saws. I have something kind of special planned for that they'll hold in there safely and protect their edges in a nice way. I want the toolbox to be when you grab it and move it around, that you don't have to worry about things sliding around and getting damaged. That all of the edges are all protected on everything, and everything's got its place, so it's nice and organized.